We're going to learn today a Sicha in Likkutei Sichos Chelek Chov Dalet, Parshas Shoftim, Sicha Aleph. The first Sicha in Parshas Shoftim in Chelek Chov Dalet. Very interesting Geschmack Sicha. The Rebbe is asking a beautiful question that the Forshim are asking, not the Rebbe's question. Then the Rebbe has always his thing as a Rovin at the soul gets the Sichas in Yiddish. But I send him, he says, I learn all the Forshim, Sayam Pirkovish and Sayam Chumish. It's questions that nobody is asking. The Rebbe is asking here another question besides the Meforshim what they ask, and then the Rebbe is beautifully explaining it. And the most important thing here is what the Rebbe is bringing out, the limud, Musar Askel, what we could learn from everything, what we could learn from this, Hashem, anywhere, anytime, and for each and every one. And the Rebbe is making it even nicer. The Rebbe is answering two questions that those people that they don't want to do it, but they answer. The Rebbe says it's not true. It's Asas HaYetzer, and you have to do it. As we're going to see in the Sicha, the limud, and it's, some people got upset when I learned the Sicha in Yiddish because they said that I killed a day and I killed a week and I forced them to do something that they're trying to hide and run away from it their whole life. So I said, good, that's what we need. We're going to do it here also. Okay. Aleph, בנגיע to the mitzvah from Mini Melech, Shem Tosim Olech HaMelech, is Yedua D'Shayle. There's a mitzvah this week in the Parsha that says, Shem Tosim Olech HaMelech. That Eden should make a king for themselves. Yeah? So the Rebbe says it's very well known, an interesting question. It brings down the Abarbanel and the Kliyoko and the Radak and it brought down in Gemore. A question, unbelievable question. Shasiden haben gebeten bei Shmuel Anovit Nolonu Melech, is that the fun given sehr unzufrieden. That they asked by Shmuel, they want to have a king. Shmuel was very unhappy. He was not happy with that. Und now the Rebbe hat gesagt, Yoishimo Asu. The Rebbe said they don't like me, they don't have Yerushalayim, they want something else. Just it's a short Sicha, so we're going to see inside what it says. It says, Vayom Goylov, they didn't came to Shmuel and they told them, Mr. Ato Zokanto, you're old, you can't do it anymore, we need a king. And your kids, I could take your kids, Rebbe Shtaroisit, and God forbid, they will not find kids. So what do? We want to have a king, the Shoftim, we want to have a king like all the goyim have a king. Vayera Adobo Bein Shmuel. Shmuel was very upset and he didn't like it. And what could Shmuel do? Vayisrael Shmuel El Hashem. He went to Daven. He went to ask the Rebbe, what do I do? So the Rebbe told them, Shma Bekoil Oam. Listen to them. What they asked you, give him a king. But because it's not you, they're not angry with you, they're not tired of you. I don't know how to translate the word Moosu. It's costed with you. I didn't want to use it because it goes on the Rebbe Shtaroisit. The Rebbe says, Lo Yesh Moosu, Ki Oishi Moosu. Okay, anybody, this is what the Rebbe is finishing. Ki Oishi Moosu Mimloich Aleim. They don't want me as a king. So give them a king. Then it says later on, that Shmuel said to them, Vatiru, you saw that Nochosh was a king of Ammon, that he came to fight. So you came to me and you told me that we want to have a melech, that he should go out to war with Nochosh. So Shmuel told them, you have a Shofet. Shofet is going and the Rebbe is going with him. And you said, no, we want them to go. We want a melech to go in front of us. And Shmuel tells them, Hashem Elokeichem Malkechem. The Rebbe, God is your king. Why do you need a king? You have a Shofet that the Rebbe said to have Shoftim. So we see that the Rebbe and Shmuel were very upset with that. Now a beautiful question comes up. Das ist doch ein Mitzvah, was der Rebbe hat dann gesagt eben. We just learned that the Apostle in this parsha, Mitzvah Esse, so in Tosim Olech HaMelech, you should have a Melech. So what are you telling me? Why is Shmuel upset? It's unbelievable. What's going on here? And the Rebbe is saying such terrible words. And the Rebbe is adding on that it's not just some mitzvah that the Torah says and Shmuel is upset and the Rebbe is upset. It's a very special, unique mitzvah. Where do we see it? So the Rebbe said, "Befratlet Maimar Chazal." There's a clear Gemore. Gimel mitzvahs nitztavu Yisrael b'knesoson le'oretz. There's 3 mitzvahs that the Rebbe commanded the Eden. As soon as they come into Israel, they have to do it. Obviously, it didn't happen right away. It happened a few hundred years later. But this is the mitzvah because they need special things how to do it. But the Rebbe said this is the mitzvah. What's the 3 mitzvahs? Number 1 is to have a king. Number 2 is to get rid of Zaro Shel Amalek. Number 3 to build a Beis Hamikdash for the Rebbe. So Rabbi Nishlan, the first mitzvah when you come in Israel, what is it? To make a melech. Even mitzvahs atluyos ba'oretz, things that you could do in Yisrael, only let's say Shemitah and Meiser, all the things that you do with the things that grow, Orle and all these things in Yisrael is later, and this is the highest mitzvah that there is. So Rabbi Nishlolam, what is that to be upset? It's a very huge big mitzvah, and you come and tell me, Shmuel and the Rebbe are very upset with it. It doesn't make any sense. Was davon ist moving, as das ist a mitzvah nalis beyoyser, và viele von den mitzvahs atluyos ba'oretz, it's also from the higher level mitzvahs. This is the question that the Rebbe brings from all the Meforshim. Now the Rebbe is going to add on his question. Unbelievable. And wieder, now let's look on the other side. Let's say that there is a reason why the Rebbe is not happy and Shmuel is not happy. So what is the best way to do? Tell the Rebbe should tell Shmuel, don't give him a melech. I'm upset because they don't want me. I'm going to wait till they want me to be their king. What did the Rebbe say? Give him a king. Doesn't make any sense. Monivshach. Oib ze amonen amelech yenem zman is ben adov bilt rotze parvos der Rebbe ist damals angesagt Shmuel Anovi, also noch gebeten, do what they want, und bemannen seiner melech say, doesn't make any sense. So we have two beautiful questions. Number one is, how come that it says in the Torah, Shem Tosim Olech HaMelech, and here it comes, that Shmuel HaMelech, they came to ask him for a melech, he got upset, and the Rebbe told them, don't be upset, it's not that they don't like you, they don't like me. Base. The Rebbe is going to explain in the beautiful. First the Rebbe is going to answer in general, two reasons that the Tzemach Tzedek brings, what is a melech, then the Rebbe is going to transform it and show what is the same two reasons as a melech of Am Yisrael. There's two different things. Okay. Base. Ich sehe that the Rebbe Tzemach Tzedek in Tzemach Tzedek it's called always Sefer HaMitzvahs. We call it Derech Mitzvah Sicha. Sefer HaMitzvahs because all of the things in there is Shorish Mitzvah Tvile, Amonas Elikuz, Mitzvah Mile, all the things that goes on mitzvahs. So there's a mitzvah called Mitzvah Minui Melech. Tzemach Tzedek is explaining what do we need a melech, what's a melech for. So he says, is in them where it's explained, as the Mechuvim for Minui Melech is of Tzvei Oifanim. There's two reasons, two ways why we need a melech, and zeh lemaylo mizeh. Usually you have two reasons, could be two simple reasons, two very special reasons. Here there's one reason, simple one, then there goes a higher level, then it goes low, and then goes high. What is it? So the Rebbe says very interesting. Aleph, Atam Pashut, a very simple reason why we need a melech. Val below Sham Mishnah, the Mishnah says in Pirkei Avos, Ilmolei moiro shel malchus, ish ez reiu chaim bloi. If there's no melech, there's no authority, there's no law, if people are going to swallow somebody else alive. That's the whole reason, Sicha of the Rebbe, why, what is this expression? Chaim bloi and all this. As a melech. Huh? Als der Melech soll umführen und öfter als der Noge von Ansha Medina soll sein Karoi. That's what a Melech needs. If there's a Melech, you're afraid to do some things that it's not good because they're going to get you. So the Rebbe says, afile wenn der Seichel versteht, dass man darf sich führen kann, we are about the Seichel, and our Seichel is dictating us that we have to be nice. You can't go and steal from somebody else thinks that he worked on it, you have nothing but to do. Don't go steal. Why do you need it? So the question is, why do you need a Melech? If I say that the Seichel is dictating to be fine and be an honest person, what do you need it for? So the Rebbe is explaining it very geschmack. The Rebbe says, afile wenn der Seichel versteht, dass darf sich führen kann, ist es aber nicht genug. It's not enough. You must have a Melech. Why? Weil ayin roye, weil freut v'chulu. In Parshas Shlach, in the Parshas that it says, l'sesurach el rapchem v'acheinechem, Rashi brings down and says that it's a problem. You have eyes, you see. When you see, so your heart is, wie sagt man, glust? Desire. So she's and then overrules the brain, and it does it. That's why we must have a melech. Even the Seichel is telling you not to do it. Und therefore, darf man umkommen zu Iras HaMelech, was point, als man soll sich führen mit der Chayosho. So in general, we wouldn't be there Chayosho. The Melech is guiding us. We're scared of him, so we're doing what we're supposed to do. This is one oifen, one time why we need a Melech. Say it again. No. Talking about in general. Adrabah, I said before that in the beginning he brings this in general what a melech is. Next is going to be, after we say the second reason, what applies to Eden. By Eden is a completely different thing. By the world is Ishus Reu Chaim Bloi, talking about Poshet Gamvinen and Gazlinen and Arginen. But the Eden is, if you don't serve the Eibishter enough. So that's why we need a melech to be scared of the melech. You have Ire of the melech, is going to bring you Ire of the Eibishter, as we're going to see later on. Base. Base is the Rebbe talking about when people are conducting themselves fine. Come to a state or a city that everybody is nice. Maybe they don't need a melech then. But they need a melech. If I say the reason is only of Meroy Shel Malchus, maybe I don't. So the Rebbe says no. But the Matzev is Azam Moyach Shalit Alalev B'Tminius. All the people in the city are fine. The fine people, they are conducting themselves, no stealing, no nothing. Is Nishnoitik a mini melech, so you don't need a melech. According to the first reason, you don't need a melech. That's what the Rebbe said. That Tzedek is explaining it. One law and one goes ayah. Law is when they have no moyach shalit alalev. So ayin roy v'leiv choymet. Second one is coming to tell us that when they have moyach shalit alalev. Seinen Oberdos, so what do we need a melech? The Rebbe is answering. According to Tzemach Tzedek. Seine Brüder Zelech in Yonim, wo der Amot nicht kein das zu verstehen, wie man darf sich führen wollen. There is things that the nation doesn't know how to do it. Does the nation, people know when to go out to war, when not to go out to war, how much taxes to do, to raise taxes, to raise interest rate, all these things people don't know how to do it. Who knows how to do it? The Melech. We're not talking about the Melech of our days probably. We're talking about the Melech in the times that they're there. Yeah. Now in general, a president or whatever it is, a prime minister, he doesn't know everything. He doesn't know. Yes. I know. Yes. They have each one as for each thing. He has a sar. Sar Oitzer, Sar Melchomet, Sar Apnim, everything. Here for sure not. Yeah. Okay, so what do we do if people don't know? So the Rebbe says, no, the Melech, Mitzad Ma'alosoi, das Mishichmo Yimaylo Gavoya Mikol Ha'om, versteht sie, a Melech understands. The Rebbe doesn't say it clear, but the Rebbe means it to say, when somebody becomes a Melech, or somebody becomes even, somebody becomes a Melech, becomes a different person. He gets something, the Rebbe gives him thing. And the proof is, also from Shmuel, it says when they found Shaul, it says, Motzu Bochu Toiv, and Mishichmo Yimaylo, it says on Shaul, very interesting. Mishichmo Yimaylo Gavoya Mikol Ha'om. So literally, I think I looked at him in Fortune. Nobody says he was taller than everybody. I don't know. I looked. It doesn't say. Maybe this is the pshat, not Rashi, not the Metzudis. I looked in all the Fortune. Nobody says it. There's no pirush on it. But Chassidus for sure is explaining it very geschmack. That Shichmoi goes on the heart, below the Rosh. So this is Midas. Roish is Moichi. Right? So it says on Shaul and on Amelech, Mishichmoi, even his Midas is higher than the Ha'am's Moichi. That's the Mile of Amelech. So he understands, he knows how to do it. So that's why we need a Melech. Although you're conducting and behaving yourself, it should be running a government as it's supposed to be, we must have a Melech. Und gibt a Rosh Kudois, wie man soll sich führen. He says what to do. Und der Ansha mit ihnen tun, der Melech geist. They're doing it because the Melech said to do it. Okay, so we have the two reasons, two Ifanim, why we need a Melech, one Poshut and one Ayah. Okay. And this is the reason for me in Melech B'Pnim Yisrael. Now we're going to come to the other side, as we said, to learn about why we need a Melech B'Am Yisrael. This is the reason for me in Melech B'Pnim Yisrael B'Shoshoi, in Pnimi Yisrael in Shoyresh. Why we need a Melech B'Am Yisrael, was there Odin and Melech, is the Rebishter. The Rebishter's Melech. Why do we need a Melech? By Eden. So the Rebbe explains in the Melech Bosov Odam, was means Memane, the Melech Bosov Odam, that they vote, I don't know, or it goes from father to son, yeah, is the Memutza, was is Megale Malchuso is Borach Tzid. He is revealing the Malchus of the Eibishter to the, because the Eibishter is so high in this, we need a Memutza, an intermediary, like Moshe Rabbeinu says soon in the Parsha, Anoich Oimed ben Hashem u'beinechem. I'm the intermediary between the Eibishter and you. So now the Rebbe is going to explain, now the Rebbe, see there's two, what do they call it, the two dots? Huh? Colon? Okay. When there's a colon, it means I'm going to explain. Okay. So the Rebbe is going to explain it now again in the two ways, as we said in the regular, what is the two ways by Eden. Eden mitzad atzmon, zane ma'aminim. Everybody's a ma'amin. Verstehen und fühlen, they understand and they feel, as they are chayus, nehmt sich vom Alchusish na Kodesh Baruch Hu. They know that the all chayus that they have comes from the Eibishter. Was does da, was they are rausrufen, dem Bittel zum Obersten. Has to call out by them a bittul, because they know the whole chayes comes from the Eibishter, has to be bittul. Shas, aber sie seien in a matzev. As Bazei felt oder bittul, before we learned that they have a problem, is Rechaim Bloy. Now we have a problem that by the Eden, that they're missing the bittul to the Eibishter, missing the ire to the Eibishter. Now when they onkommen zu Melech Bosov Odam, they need the intermediary. Was durch Moire Malchuse v'chule, they see that, scared of the Melech, they start thinking, oh, the Eibishter is a Melech. So the same as you're scared of this melech, we have to be scared of the Eibishter of the melech. We have to have ire and bittul. Was durch Moira Malchusoi, through that we are scared of the melech, werd bei sei oivgeton a ire und bittul zum melech malcham loch makodesh bochu. This is the first way as it is, right? Aber b'shasiden sein, wie es darf zu sein, as we said before, but there's no, when Moya Cheshalta lalev ba regular world, and why did he need a melech? Because the melech has things that he knows that we don't know, so he has to guide us. What's by Eden? Bei Eden, aber b'shasiden sein, wie es darf zu sein. Und es ist bei Seifaran, der Bittel zur Likus mit der Datum, der Rebbe underlined there. There is this bittul that they need, they do have it in the Evdire, so what do we need a melech for? Demold is der Oiftu von Mini Melech, in a Echeren Oifen, as we said before, here in a Ruchnisdike, Pnimisdike Indien, Ayer, what is it? Die Madreges in der Likus, zu welche Eden kennen mit Sadatum nicht zu kommen, there's levels in Godliness that you need a melech, we need a Rebbe. The Rebbe should teach us and elevate us, and verbring with us, and tell us Sichos and Mamorim, and guide us, go to Yechides, and go to Dalos, and guide us how to bathe. And just from preparing to go to Dalos makes a shinu for you on the whole day and maybe for the whole week. And just knowing that you go to Yechides, you behave yourself differently. So this is what we need a melech, to give us things that by ourselves we could not reach it. Weil die Matrege ist einen Echab und Zeir HaSoget, things that we could not grasp it. Is the melech was mitzad ma'aloshek and all same thing as we said before, the melech has special superiority, special things. Oter soge euchen ze, he understands this also, und mamshich und mashpia ze zu Am Yisrael, so es bringe et Am Yisrael. Und das poil bei Iden, euch aecher euch von ihrer Bittel, a Bittel was zecher von sehr von was soge. So let's say the first thing is that Eden, when they have a problem with this ire, so the Rebbe says make a melech, that the melech should bring you to this level, then Eden that they do have it, what do you need? Need a melech to bring you to there is, when you have yourself, it could be called ire tatoe, it could be a low level of iras sachet, then the iras oinish is the lowest. I'm scared of punishment. I'm not doing it because I'm scared of the Eibishter. Then iras chet, I'm scared of the aver, because the Eibishter said no, not punishment. It's already a higher level. Then comes iras akovet, iras oremimus, just going to the melech. You have ire, not because it's going to touch you, it's going to smack you, or you're going to punish you. There's a east, iras akovet and iras oremimus. So the first one is that you have iras tatoe. The melech is going to bring him to the level of ireilo. Oizgilu. Now, according to what we just established, why Eden need a melech, going to understand exactly why Shmuel and the Rebishter were upset, and why still the Rebishter said, give him a melech. Although Seichel should have dictated not to give him a melech. I'm not happy. Oisima also. Now we're going to understand it. Oisgilu. Al pize, werden verantwortlich die Scheiles anal. According to this, we're going to have an answer on both Scheiles. Shmuel Anovi hat gewollt, als der Matze von Eden soll sein, in einer Neufmann, der soll stehen mit der Bittel zur Likus und Zad Atzmom, nicht onkommendig zur Melech. Shmuel expected from the Eden that they should be as it's supposed to be, they should have Iras Hashem, and then, when they come ask for a Melech, why do they want a Melech? You should bring him to the second level. Right? That's what the Rebbe says. Und der Melech soll bei der Poil sein, die echere Tage vom Bittel und Ire. What is it in general, as mentioned before? Ire Ilo. Shmuel expected from them that that's what they should be. What did he ask? Not this. And here we have the clue why Shmuel was upset and why the Rebbe was upset. What did they say? They didn't come and say we want to have a melech. They had something else that they added under, the Rebbe underlines. Even aber gebeten a melech Shofteinu, kechol hagoyim. We want to have a melech that they should teach us the first level of Ire. We don't have Iras Hashem. We need a melech who should teach us Iras Hashem. In Pnimis and Yonim. A melech was by Zeb, was by Vorinen, Ish Reu Chaim Bloy. That's what they want, the first darge. Was das weiß, dass bei Zeb gefällt die Darge von Iras Shomai. It could be Ish Reu Chaim Bloy. Was sind darf mob mit Zadatzmom. That's what made upset Shmuel. And the Pharaoh, the Rebbe gesagt, ki Oishima Osu, the Rebbe is translating here, Oishima Osu, what it means, the Rebbe says, Oishima Osu milim lechale. The Rebbe says, Esfel ba ze Iras Shomai. Oishima Osu, they have no Iras Shomai for me. So now we understand why Shmuel was upset. Now left only one question. The second question is still left. So why did the Rebbe say, give him a melech? The Rebbe said, don't. Und sie Mugma, Zafal Bekeno, the Rebbe noch gegeben, the Rebbe gave in to them. You want, I'm not happy, but take a melech. And now it's understood also, it's not contradicting to Soim Tosum Olech HaMelech. Soim Tosum Olech HaMelech, Shmuel wanted, and the Rebbe wanted, that they should ask for a melech, the melech should bring him to the higher level, to Yirei Elah. And they coming in and say, no, they need a melech to protect us from Ish's Reu Chaim Bloy. Es ist Mugma, Zafat bekennen, der Rebbe ist noch gegeben, geheisen mit Mann seiner Melech, weil wenn bei Iden fällt bei ihre, meise Sibbe, if there is a Eid that is missing, is lacking in Iras Hashem, and Abba Peh, the Dav allein, yeah, Shmuel wanted that they should come to it by themselves, the Dav allein as the Rashpoev, on the Rashpoev for Melech. It doesn't mean the Melech for this level. Zukommen zu der Bittel, doch kann man nicht warten, bis demol soll sein, nach Chashusholem Aid, on Noel Malchus Shamayim. What would the Rebbe tell? Shmuel, don't give him a Melech. Let's wait till they come to the realization that I'm their Melech, I'm God, and they're going to start fearing for me, then we're going to give him a Melech to bring him to the second level. The Rebbe says, Chas v'sholem, you can't do that. You can't live Aid with a minute without being Yiras Hashem. So, I'm not happy what they want, but must do it, you must give him a Melech. Very geschmack understood. Darf if sich take on a man the Melech, he must take a Melech right away. Was soll ihm bewornen, he should protect him. Yeah, what's bewornen? Preempt or teach him in the inyonim. What's going to happen then? What again? Und dann noch Meshach Hazman, wird am Tzadaz mal zukommen zu der Tage vom Mittelmeer. He's going to get a Melech. He's going to see that from the Melech you're afraid. So it's going to bring him to Yire from the Eibishter in the lowest level. Wie soll ich zu die Tages, wenn sogar Beis durch a Melech can iska lohev. So everything is understood, very geschmack. Now comes the part that we said, that we have to really understand and really learn it, and whoever was, I'm not a mashpia, but whoever didn't do it, as the Rebbe is begging and asking we should do it, and it's already in Tovshin Yud Gimel, it's not in the immense Tovshin Yud Gimel, and the Rebbe is going to bring out, as we said before, those people, the Rebbe has two kinds of people that they have problems with saying we don't need it, and the Rebbe is going to say how foolish it is and how that's not.
It was some printed during the time that it was talking about it. It was printed in the months.
Yeah, okay, but the Rebbe, very good. Yeah, that's why they found it a good point. Yes.
That's what I guess.
Chelek Chof Dalet. This is Simchas Beis HaShoevo, Shnas Akel Tovshin Yud Gimel. Has to do also a lot with the Simchas Beis HaShoevo was the special Verbringens for Yeshiva Bochum that they brought from other places, from Borough Park, Flatbush. The Rebbe Verbringens was always a huge, big Nigle Shulchan Aruch Sicha, and then the Rebbe spoke to them, and this is for them. And when the Rebbe started again in the Mems, then they printed it as a liquid. They found it because they're always looking for something that the Rebbe is doing now. I can't hear you. Parshas in Pshuto Shel Mikro? No, you read the Pshuto Shel Mikro, you learn the Torah. What sent us Melech HaMelech? Lechatchila. Seba King. Why? Why? Is it the first level or the second level? For which level?
No, they needed it. Why didn't they ask him before?
There was Shoftim. And they came and they said, we don't want Shoftim.
Whatever you need, it includes everything. The king's job is all of it.
I told you before that although it's the first mitzvah that they have to do when they come into Eretz Yisrael, it did not happen only till David. So by Shmuel there was no king. There's reasons in Meforshim why there was nothing. Not a Beit HaMikdash, and not Mechir Zaro Shel HaMolek, because this you must have a Melech to Mechir Zaro Shel HaMolek. And there's no Melech, there's reasons for it why this. So there's no question. They did. Okay, let's go to this and see. Everything has to have a Roe be'avodas Hashem. The Rebbe says, what could we learn from this? So, we don't have a Melech. So what do? There's no Shem Tosem Melech HaMelech, there's no Melech. So the Rebbe says there is. So Chazal, Gemara says in Gittin, the Rebbe says interesting to note everything that the Aores in Bechlal is so precise. The Rebbe usually it says Gittin Sof Perikei, right? What does it say here? Re'ei Gittin. Why? Why doesn't it say Gittin? Like all, because it's not the same Loshen. The Loshen there is not Man Malch Rabbonon. There's a different way that we learn Man Malch Rabbonon. Azoives is do a mitzvah for Minui Melech. The same as we have the mitzvah of Minui Melech. Al derech ze otaido ivzir dem tzivui for Malch Rabbonon. What is the mitzvah? Soim Tosim Olech HaMelech. You should do a Rav. Yeah, who is Malch Rabbonon? Und auf dem ist der Roe von ihnen. Now we're going to learn what the Roe is. It's an Efaran Azelech was meinen. Now the Rebbe comes to answer the first people that they say they don't need it, then he's going to come the second one. Beautiful. It's an Efaran Azelech was meinen, als wenn ich gehe, die Diederike in John im Kennen sie allein verstehen, und machen sie. Bemeile darfen sie wegen dem nicht fragen bei Rav. You know what? I agree. I accept. I need a Rav. And I'm going to have a Rav. But I'm not going to bother with every little thing, small things, to go to the Rav and ask him. So the Rebbe answers them. The Mishnah sagt, Asei lecho Rav. Jeder davon ma Rav. Yeah? So they say, fine, I'm going to accept a Rav. They trachten aber, what do they think? As damit wären gemeint, yes, we need a Rav. The Inyonim Nali. When there's something else doesn't come to my mind, if anybody else something else, he's going to ask the Rav, if Shabbos he should have with the minyan, or have without the minyan, have an hour, or have 2 hours. Inyonim Nailim, Ruchnistik Inyonim is going to ask the Rav what he has to do. Mashpia is going to know exactly what his life is going to open up to the Mashpia, tell him everything that goes on with him, and he's going to be able to tell him how much he has to daven. In the weekdays he should go for a minute that davens 15 minutes or davens 25 minutes, and that's what he needs. But when it comes to little things, if he could go here or do this or do that, I'm my own Rav, I know how to do it. When es kommt aber zu Yonim Pshutim, ist mein Baatzmoy, he believes in himself. Darf nicht ankommen zur Sprache von a Rav, das kann allein nicht tun. He doesn't need a Rav, he could do it himself. So the Rebbe is going to say, oh, you're not right. How do you translate I? I is Geidu Chameshos Man, but you see that there's going by a week, in 2 weeks, in 3 weeks, in 4 weeks, and you didn't change, so you see that you could not do it, so you must have a Rav. Es Geidu Chameshos Man, und steht noch alles in demselben Maße, no more. He didn't get any higher. Von deswegen meint still he thinks, is nicht gedei damit zu gehen zu Rav. It's not, it doesn't pay to go to Rav for these things. Eventually I'm going to do it. Wird warten, at Jahre oder Wochen morgen, he's going to wait till the Rebbe is going to give him my Seirus, and then he's going to do it. Bis wird eine Seire mit Ireke de Boy, he's going to get the Seire, he's going to get up in the morning and get fuel from the Eibishter. Und mit Tagen sein, alles was darf mit Tagen sein, bekoyach hatzmoi, he doesn't need a Mashpianet, he doesn't need a Rabbanet. If them is there, another Rebbe is answering him, and then the Rebbe will go to the second thing. If them is there, from Minui Melech Beruchnes, it's there. Agam azolecho ba'iden is in Yonu Epelosu shel Melech be'iker shar b'negea tzorcher madreges. Maybe this answers your question, Rabbi. The Rebbe says, ba'iden is soim tosim olecho Melech of the Eden. What's a Melech of the Eden? There could be that there's a Melech of the nation, then there's a Melech of the Eden. Melech Yisrael. Is shaykh is in Yonu Epelosu shel Melech be'iker shar b'negea tzorcher madreges. Aber wenn es ist Amatze von Noisim Osu, as you learned before, that when Noisim Osu said, don't make a melech, they says, no, why? Because Chas to live Aid with not with Ire for a minute. So the Rebbe says, you see that it goes by a week and 2 and 3, and I could say it goes by a year and 2 years and 3 years, and you're still in the same level, you didn't change, you must take a melech. Or the Rachshash of them, even if it's not Noisim Osu, but it could come to Noisim Osu, darf man gleich nutzen Moira melech of them. So your answer that you say, you're going to have a Rav, but for high-level things, it's not correct, don't do it. Or you say, now there's other people that they complain differently. Then if Aran, euch hazelech aber sagen, als ich finde nicht für sich kein Rav. Wow. I'm so great. Where could I find somebody that is bigger than me, that is going to be my Rav and tell me what to do? I'm going to tell him everything that I have in my insides, like when you go to Yechides, that's what a Mashpia is. You have to tell him how much you learn, how much you daven, and how much you do mitzvahs, and how you do mitzvahs, and everything. Everything you have to reveal to him. So the Rebbe says, I can't find anybody. Darfen Sie wissen. The Rebbe says, there's a very simple answer. As das is me atzas upita yetza. To tell you that you are the greatest, and nobody is there that could be your Rav, that's the Yetzer Hara. Warum lo yalmen Israel? There's no such thing, almen Israel. It's not shaykh the Metzies, there's impossible as zwischen the Eden soll nicht sein einer was hat mehr Avas Hashem Yiras Hashem von ihm. No way in the world that in your shul, in your community, in your city, there's nobody that is higher than you in Avas Hashem Yiras Hashem. To be such a Balgaibenik, it's impossible. Und Memele, there is somebody, und can Memele sein for him a Rov, so he could be a Rov for him, for sure, no question about it. No, so what's the problem? The Rebbe says, you're right. You have Gaive, you think that there's nobody there. You know what you have to do. The Mishnah in Pirkei Avos is very interesting. Everything is so emphasized and so precise. It doesn't say, Kol echod yeloi Rav. Could have said this lashon, right? What's wrong in Pirkei Avos? Lekol echod tzorich li ez Rav. Steht nicht. Asei lecho Rav. What's asei? There's a loch in Shulchan Aruch that when somebody lives in a city, and then he goes over to another city, and he came there, let's say 2 days before Pesach, and he's a Oni. He wants to get Mois Chitim. No mitzvah to give him. Versteht sich, will helfen. But to take from the kuppah, from Mois Chitim, is no mitzvah. The same thing is if somebody moved to a city a few days before Pesach and he's a gvir, he says, I don't want to give you a meal, no, I'm not going to give you for Mois Chitim. So he doesn't have to give. How about if this guy lives here more time already, he's already settled, he's Rosh Chodesh Nisan, whatever the halacha is, so you have to give him from the kuppah tzedakah. What happens if somebody moves Rosh Chodesh Nisan and he comes here at Pesach and says, no, I'm here just 2 weeks, I'm not giving. So the Shulchan Aruch says, me'asin ala tzedakah. What is me'asin? Koifen. Peasant could force him to give tzedakah. The Rebbe says, this is why the Mishnah used the Seilecha. Force yourself down. Bend yourself down and come to a conclusion that you must have a Rav. A Seilecha Rav, that's why the Loshins are say, Oich mon Loshim me'asin ala tzedakah, fiat Yeshus atzmoi. To break you, Yeshus, what you say that you can't find anybody. And what else do you need? You need also Yegiyah. You know, I looked in shul and I see this guy talks sometimes with davening, and this time this guy I see somebody sometimes goes with jeans. I don't know, I'm just giving him and this guy goes like this. He's going to be my Rav? He's not going to. The Rebbe says, Yegiyah. Walk and you'll see, whatever you see with your eyes means nothing. You'll find somebody that it could be your Rav. Biza wird gefunden, sei doch Messiageh wird gefunden nach Rav. Warum euch sich, the Rebbe gives another kvetch. Oib sich tomen, sich nicht verlassen. You can't rely on yourself. There's a pirke Ovis, it says, al tamim ba'atzmecho, in the Aure. The muzov ma'rov und yogaito umotzoso. There's never in the world somebody's going to say, yogaiti v'lo imotzosi. Al tamim, there's no such thing. Yogaito umotzoso. You didn't find? You didn't yogaito maspeak. You didn't yogaito enough. Oib vet oven und such mit anemes, vet gefinen arov. Now what's the Rav going to do with him? The Rav is going to come to conclusion what the Rav does to him. And the Rav wird mit ihm einlernen. The Parshas was the Melech Leklenim V'Akel. This Rav is going to be as a Melech. Man Malke Rabbonon. So this must be going to be your Melech. What is he going to teach you? The Rav says what he's going to teach you. He's going to start from low, then he's going to go higher. He's going to teach you Shema and Voyem Shemoyav. When there was Akel this coming year, Mamish in a few weeks we're starting Akel, and Sukkot, Chol HaMoed, they used to bring a big bime. The Chagav interesting, I think the Rebbe, when they made the bime, the Rebbe was standing, you don't remember that, when the Rebbe was having Rosh Hashanah Kippur on the floor. Nobody. I was here all the years. Till the first year that they made it, the first year they made the bime. And the measurements of the bime was the same as the measurements in Beis HaMikdash for the Melech. So he's going to sit on the bime, he's going to have a Sefer Torah. Akov, yeah. Yeah. Probably there is somewhere. Kupon was specific measurements that the Rebbe gave how to make it. So, the Rebbe gave the measurements, yes. Not Keshet Torah. The Rebbe, in years, when I came, Lamed Aleph, Lamed Beis, Lamed Gimel, all the years, there was the Rebbe on the floor. The Rebbe would just go up on the chair by Nehile, by the Marshal Napoleon, we used to see him in the old shul. But then they made it big. Anyway, so he was going to teach them Shema, Voyem Shemoya. That's what Melech was reading beginning. Then Mechulu in more things. So what is the idea of Shema and Voyem Shemoya? So the Rebbe says, Gemara says in Broches, früher Shema, was es Kabbalah Soy Malchus Shemayim. Lama kot Mushma Voyem Shemoya. First comes Kabbalah Soy Malchus Shemayim. Then could be Kabbalah Mitzvahs. Before Kabbalah Soy Malchus Shemayim, there's no Mitzvahs. And danach Voyem Shemoya. And the Rebbe is adding something very interesting. How you start teaching. V'osavta de Gonecho. What was V'osavta de Gonecho coming in here? The Rebbe is going to explain the very Geschmack. But him geben zu verstehen, he's going to explain in very simple. Oich in a soge, you should understand. As der V'osavta de Gonecho is told him the Shemoya Tishmo. That's why he's going to teach him Shemoya Tishmo. What is it? Keilu is telling him that we learned in the Sicha last week that the Rambam says that how you start teaching a child, Davke with matones, with money, with these things. He's going to teach him that Savta de Ganecho is depending in what is, but this is not the ultimate goal. Und noch dem, after with the Rov, with Baim Me'oire sein, die niedrige Tage vom Bittul Kabbalah Sol, after is going to bring him to the low level of Kabbalah Sol, he's going to tell him that Savta de Ganecho is Voyem Shemoya, but this is not the end. That the Refim da noch Mamsch sein, die Echere Madrege, till Ire Elo. Und Kol Anal, that we just learned, is a Sichos in every generation and in every time and by each and every one. But not a Sichos Mechedes to Ikvus Mishicha. Because we now in Ikvus Mishicha is a special, more important to do it. Erev Bias Moshiach Tzidkeinu V'yah, Was in Jono is doch beide Sachen. We're saying man malche rabbonan. That we have to get a melech on you. The melech who is at a rov. Mashiach is going to come. It's going to be both things. As the Tzemach Tzedek says, was in Jono is doch beide Sachen. As a rav, as the Alter Rebbe says in Likkutei, I don't know if there's another mocker on it. Yelamet Torah almen. Afile le'obei shu Moshe Rabbeinu. Moshe Rabbeinu got the Torah from Mar Sinai. Mashiach is going to teach him Torah. And also Mashiach is going to be a melech. As we know, everybody knows that it's called Malke Mashiach.